Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Excel Chapter 7 Cumulative Assessment Shipping. So open the Excel Chapter 7. So if you want to complete assignments or exam, you can contact on my WhatsApp link and email. If you want to complete course, MATLAB course, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint and Microsoft Access, we can do online courses in accounting, math, stat, finance, economics, writing, and other courses. So I will guarantee your 90 or 95 plus grade your assignment and your exam. So assignment is Excel Chapter 7 Cumulative Assessment Shipping, EXP22 Excel Chapter 7 Cumulative Assessment Variation Shipping. So click the download the materials and download the all files. So download the all files. So open the Word file and Excel file. So EXP22 Excel Chapter 7 Cumulative Assessment Variation Shipping. So total question is 24 and we move to the question number 1. So question number 1 is start the Excel download and open the file name EXP22 Excel Chapter 7 Cumulative Assessment Variation Shipping Creator has automatically added your last name to the beginning of the file name. So go to the Excel worksheets. So question number 1 is complete. I have already downloaded the EXP22 Excel Chapter 7 Cumulative Variation Shipping. So question number 1 is complete and we move to the question number 2. So question number 2 is the week worksheets contain the data for the week of August 5 in a cell D7. Insert the shared date function to calculate the number of days between the dates arrived and dates order. Copy the function to the range DA to D35. So insert the days function in cell D7. So select the D7s and So select the D7 and insert the days function. Calculate the number of days between the date arrive and date order. Copy the function to the range DA to D35. So select the D7s and D7 type is equal to and type the days functions. So insert the days function and select the C7s. C7 and B7 is the date shift. B7s close bracket and press enter. So next is copy the function to the range DA to D35. So copy the function DA to D35. Copy the function DA to D35. So question number 2 is complete. We move to the question number 3. So question number 3 is you want to display the weekday for the arrival dates in cell E7. Insert the weekday function to identify an integer representing the weekday of the dates arrived and copy the function to the range EA to E35. So in cell E7 insert the weekday function to identify an integers representing the weekday of the dates arrived to copy the function to the range EA to E35. So select the cell E7s. So select the E7s and next is type is equal to type the weekday functions. Weekday function and weekday function integer representing the weekday for the dates arrived and copy the function to the range EA to E35. So select the C7s, is date arrive, close bracket and press enter. So next is date drive and copy the function to the range E8 to E35. E8 to E35. E35. So question number 3 is complete. We move to the question number 4. So question number 4 is select the range E7 to E35, apply the custom number format TTD and apply the center horizontal alignments. So copy the range E7 to E35 and paste the range, press enter, and next is apply the custom number format and apply the center horizontal alignment. So go to the home tabs and go to the number groups and apply the custom number formats. So select the custom and click OK. Apply the custom number formats and apply the center horizontal alignments. So go to the home tabs, go to the alignment groups and click the centers. So question number 4 is complete. We move to the question number 5. So question number 5 is next you want to display the city name the corresponds with the city's sports codes in a cell G7. Insert the switch function to evaluate the airport's code in cell F7. Include the mix a reference to the city name in the range G2 to G4 and use the airport's code as the text for the value arguments Austrians and Dallas Fort Worth and Houston and copy the function to the range G8 to G35. So select the G7s, and insert the switch function to evaluate the airport code in cell F7. Include the mix a reference to the city name in the range G2 to G4. So type is equal to and type the switch functions and select the F7 and next is Austrians. So next is Austrian and type inverted commas. Next is Austrians and Dallas Fort Worth and for the Houstons and copy the function to the range G8 to G35. Austrian and select the G2. Apply the SUSE reference, press F4 buttons and next is type inverted commas and next is G3 and apply the SUSE reference and next is DFW and IAH for the house stands. So type inverted commas and type the IAH and next is select the G4. Apply the SUSE reference, close bracket and press enter. So result is Austrians and copy the function to the range G8 to G35. So copy the function G8 to G35 Copy the function in cell G8 to G35. So question number 5 is complete. We move to the question number 6. So question number 6 is, now you want to display the standard shipping cost by city in cell I7. Insert the if function to identify the shipping cost based on the airport code and the applicable shipping dates in the range H2 to H4. Enter the airport code in this sequence: Austrian and DFW IH to the respective codes, and use the relative and mix a reference. Copy the function to the range I8 to I35. So insert the if function to identify the shipping cost based on the airport code and then applicable shipping rates in the range H2 to H4. So in the cell I7, select the I7 and insert the if function. Insert the if function to identify the shipping cost based on the airport code and shipping rates in the range H2 to H4. So type is equal to and type the if functions, and next is select the F7 airport codes and type is equal to and type the Austrians, and next is type comma in H2 to H4 and use the relative and mix a reference correctly. Copy the function to the range I8 to I35 and shipping date in the range H2 to H4. Enter the airport code is the sequence Austrian and DFW and IAH. So Austrian and type the comma. So select the H2 is the Austrian. Apply the absolute reference. Press F4 buttons, and next is F7. F7 type is equal to, type the inverted commas F7, and next is in cell H3. So select the H3 dollars for worth in cell H3, type, press F4 button, apply absolute reference, and next is F7 and type is equal to, type the inverted commas and next is H4 is the hostants, that the absolute reference, close bracket and press enter. So result is 24 and use the and mix a reference correctly. Use the relative and mix a reference. So use the relative and mix a reference and copy the functions to the I7 to I8 to I35. So question number 6 is complete. We move to the question number 7. So question number 7 is, finally you want to calculate the partial shipping refunds if two conditions are met in cell J7. Insert the if function with the nested functions to determine the shipping refund. The AND function should ensure that both conditions are met and total days is greater than total days delivery goal in cell C3. Ordered total is equal to the greater than totals in cell C2. If the both conditions are met, the refunds is the 50% of the shipping cost, otherwise the refund is $0 and use the mix reference as the needed and copy the function to the range JA to J35. So insert the if function and as nested function determine the shipping refunds. So in cell J7 insert the if function. So select the J7, insert the if functions and nested function determine the shipping refunds, and the and function should ensure both the condition are met, the total days greater than or equal total days delivery goal in cell C3. So insert the if function in cell J7, type is equal to type the if functions and if function and function determine the shipping refunds. If function and function, if and function, so select the D7 is the total days and next is greater than C3 is the total days delivery goals. Apply the F2 reference, press F4 buttons and next is H7 is the order totals and greater than is equal to C2. Select the C2 and apply the F2 reference, close brackets and next is if and function and D7 greater than C3, H7 greater than is equal to C2 and C4. So select the C4 is the shipping refund rates, apply the F2 reference, press F4 buttons and next is multiply by I7 is the shipping cost, you and close bracket and press enter. So 50% and otherwise the refund is $0. And next is copy the function to the range JA to J35. So copy the function JA to J35 So question number 7 is complete. So question number 7 is complete and we move to the question number 8. So question number 8 is the state worksheets contain the similar data. Now you want to enter the summary statistics. In cell B2, insert the count function to count the number of shippings for ASCII cell B1 and use the makes a reference to the range argument to keep the column letter in the same and copy the function to the range C2 to D2. So in cell B2 and insert the count functions and to count the number of shipment for ASCII in cell B1 and makes a reference to the range arguments to keep the column letter in the same and copy the function to the range C2 to D2. So insert the count function in cell B2. So go to the stat worksheet and select the B2 and B2 insert the count function. So select the B2 and insert the count function, type is equal to type the count functions and count function and shipments in cell B1 and reference to the range argument keep the column in the same and copy the function to C2 to D2. So go to the week worksheets and select the F7 to F35 is the report code F7 to F35 and apply the F2 reference, press F4 buttons and next is go to the stat worksheets and select the B1 is the Austrians and close bracket and press enter. So result is 8, and copy the function to the range C8 to D8. So copy the function C8 to D8, copy the function C8 to D8, and next is, so question number 8 is complete. So question number 8 is complete, and we move to the question number 9. So question number 9 is, in a cell B3, insert the sum if function to calculate the total order for a Austrian cell B1 and use the absurd mixed reference to the range arguments to keep the column letter in the same and copy the function to the range C3 to D3. So insert the sum if function to cell B3. So select the B3 and insert the sum if function to calculate the total order for Austrian and use the shades makes a reference to the range arguments to keep the column letter in the same and copy the function to the range C3 to D3. Insert the sum if function, type is equal to and type the sum if functions and go to the weak worksheets. F7 to F35 is the airport codes and cell F7 to F35. Apply the absolute reference, and next is go to the state worksheet and the total order of Austrian in cell B1. So select the B1s, and next is reference to the range arguments in the column letter in the same. So go to the weak worksheets. H7 to H35 is the total orders. H7 to H35. Apply the absolute reference and close bracket and press enter. So next is copy the function to the range C3 to D3. So copy the function C3 to D3. So question number 9 is complete. We move to the question number 10. So question number 10 is, in cell B4, insert the average function to the calculate the average number of days for a shipment for Austrian cell B1. Use the shade makes a reference to the range argument to keep the column letter in the same. The copy the function to the range C4 to D4. So in cell B4, insert the average function. So select the B4 and insert the average function to calculate the average number of days for the shipment from Austrian cell B1 and use the makes a reference to the range arguments to keep the column letter in the same and copy the function to the range C4 to D4. So select the B4 and type is equal to type the average function. Average if functions, and next is to calculate the average number of days shipment for the Austrians and use the makes a reference to the range arguments to keep the column letter in the same and copy the function to the range C4 to D4. So go to the weak worksheets and F7 to F35. Next is airport code F7 to F35. apply the absolute reference, and next is go to the stat worksheets and select the B ones, and next is go to the week worksheets, go to the week worksheets and argument keep the latter in the same. Total days, D7 to D35 by the absolute reference and close bracket and press enter. And next is copy the function to the range C4 to D4. So copy the function C4 to D4. So question number 10 is complete. We move to the question number 11. So question number 11 is now you want to focus on the shipment from the Houston where the orders was greater than 1000 in cell C7. Insert the counting function to count the number of orders where the airport codes in cell D1 and the other order total greater than 1000. So in cells C7 insert the counting functions to count the number of orders where the airport code and the order total is the greater than. So select the C7 in the cell C7 and insert the counting functions to count the counting function to count the number of orders where airport codes in cell D1 and the orders total is greater than 1000. So select the C7 and insert the counting functions, type is equal to and type the counting functions and go to the week worksheets F7 to F35. F7 to F35 and next is type is equal to and go to the week worksheets H7 to H35 is the shipping cost, order totals H7 to H35, apply the type the comma and next is type inverted commas greater than is equal to 1000, close bracket and press enter. So result is 9. So question number 11 is complete. We move to the question number 12. So question number 12 is in cell C7 insert the sum of functions to calculate the total order where the airport codes and cells D1 and the orders totals is the greater than 1000. So insert the sum if functions to calculate the total order where the airport code and order total is greater than 1000. So select the C8 and type is equal to type the sum if functions. Sum if functions and next is calculate the total order where the codes airport codes in cell D1 and the order totals is greater than 1000. Sum if function and go to the week worksheets. So H7 to H35 is the order totals and next is go to the week worksheet F7 to F35 is the report code F7 to F35, and next is type inverted commas type is equal to, and next is week worksheets H7 to H35. Next is week worksheet H7 to H35. Order total H7 to H35. H7 to H35, and next is type inverted commas greater than 1000 and close bracket and press enter. So question number 12 is complete. So if you want to complete assignments or exam, you can contact on my WhatsApp link and email. If you want to complete my IT lab course, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint and Microsoft Access, we can do online courses in accounting, math, stat, finance, economics, writing and other courses. So I will guarantee your 90 or 95 plus grade your assignment and your exam. So EXP20 Excel chapters 7 cumulative assessment variation shipping. So I have done the assignments, map worksheets, loan and map stats and week worksheets. So save the file and upload the file. Save as, and so save the Excel files and close the files.